I got my undergraduate degree in zoology and chemistry, and I was really interested in understanding how I could apply that to real-world problems. So after my undergrad, I went into the Peace Corps, and I was a Peace Corps volunteer in Senegal, West Africa, where I was a sustainable agroforestry extension agent. And one of the biggest problems that the farmers faced, at least the year that I was there, the community where I was living, was a massive swarm of grasshoppers. And so I wanted to try and find some better solutions. So at the time there was some pesticide use. It didn't seem to be helping the problem. And so I went back to get a PhD in biology and try and understand, okay, what triggers locust outbreaks? So let's just understand what triggers locust and grasshopper outbreaks, and maybe that'll help us come to the solution. So I went back to study the fundamental biology of locusts, and what I quickly realized is that locusts exist in a very tightly coupled system with humans, and that in order to understand or find some sustainable solutions to locusts, we really had to take a systems approach. We had to bring the people and the economics and the culture and everything into the system to understand how to solve the puzzle. And so that brought me to studying sustainability. I study social ecological systems, the coupling between humans and their environment. I'm interested in the sustainability of agricultural systems and in how we can promote farmer livelihood and landscape sustainability and food security. My lab focuses on the sustainability of human-plant-insect interactions. We're interested in mostly agricultural systems. So one of the things that we focus on is how changes in agricultural land use can influence locust outbreaks, and vice versa. How do locusts impact humans? So one of the main projects for my lab is understanding the interactions between humans and locusts in rangeland systems in China, Australia, and Senegal. And so by understanding the whole system, so by understanding what determines decision-making for farmers, so policy and markets, cultural practices, those kinds of things, their interaction with the land, and how that changes the plant and soil and other characteristics of the landscape, how that influences locusts and whether or not we get a locust plague, and then how that in turn affects people. So by understanding all these different components of the system, we can think about new approaches or different approaches to sustainably manage locust plagues while maintaining farmer livelihoods. I think understanding when a sustainability solution is a viable solution is extremely challenging. So sustainability problems are inherently multifaceted. They're very complex. They're dynamic, so they're systems that are always changing. And so we try our best to understand all the different components of the system when we're trying to find a solution. And in my research, we do that by working with researchers from a lot of different disciplines. So we work with social scientists and economists, other biologists. We also work with other stakeholders in the system. So we work with applied pest management agencies in the regions where we're working around the world. We also work very closely with farmers. So we're all make this one large team, and so when we think about addressing the problem, which one of the problems we're focusing on is locust plagues and farmer livelihood and food security in rural communities, we try our best to involve all of the stakeholders in the process of finding the solution, and by doing that we hope to best understand how the solution will have far-reaching impact.